No one knows if it's summer or if it's winter when they're happy, is what Torrand used to say to me, seducing me with words no one would expect a brutal man such as he to be able to correlate. My name is, or was, Esti, Rebetson of the Hill Tribes. I was left in charge of a guild, though I had no ride, but simply out of kinship. I loved Torrand, the guild leader, and I knew he loved the members of this guild like family. I did my best by them, though my heart was heavy, and now it seems to be my time to go. Do not fret, the waters will bring me back to the hills, to the home that holds my blood, and my heart, if I've done well, will be reunited with my love in Valhalla.
In the vast lands of cold is where we start our new chapter, with a desperate guild known as the Grey Striders. Down on their luck, struggling to find work, the mercenary guild took up a trade mission, seemingly easy to them, until they arrived to see the trade was with human cargo. Handed an upfront payment, and a woman, white of hair, bound, they were set out of Ragdollar Hold and towards the meeting point in the divide. They were housed by a single mother in the forest, given food and supplies, and there they left their tired horses to refresh, choosing to continue on foot. Days it took them, slowly through the mountains, traveling with a human burden that had to be delivered alive. Desperate times called for desperate measures, Torrand used to say. And so they did. We pick up with the guild as they're coming close to clearing the final mountain. Foliage and flat land in sight, on this journey of desperation and healing, if possible.
And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest episode of Forever DM No More. This time you will notice that in the middle of the screen we have our lovely Hannah, who is our Sailor Dungeon Master for the evening, and she will be leading us through a one-shot that she has come up with for us, and I will let her explain a little bit more about it.
Alright, so welcome everyone. It is me, Hannah, in Dungeon Master form. I know I look a little different being a Dungeon Master.
You got a glow about you.
Yeah. I went through my magical girl transformation sequence off camera, but I'm here now, ready to DM. Today, we are going to be exploring some Viking-themed homebrew written by none other than me. And if you enjoy what you see here, this is the main homebrew that I run with my home group, and we upload all of our episodes on YouTube. And you can check it out at youtube.com/Opheliac, but with an X where the E should be. So OPHXLIAC. Check us out. Have a good time. We castrate people.
Sounds like great. A good time.
So, I do want to say we have a special guest today. It is one of my best pals, Amber.
Hello.
She's here. She's doing this because she loves me for my birthday, because my birthday is literally a week away.
Happy birthday!
Thank you! We were supposed to do this last week. I should clarify. We were supposed to do this last week, but we had many conundrums. So it's all right. We're here. We're still making it happen. We're
Indeed.
still making it work.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, does anyone have any plugs or announcements or anything they want to make before we get started?
I do, but other people can go first if they want. Anybody has anything?
Commission Amber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, check her out on Twitter at IRL_Jade Bubbles. I think that's right.
I think that's right too. Yeah.
Check her out. She does amazing art.
That is true.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, there's one plug.
Yep.
Go for it. I got no plugs today.
All right. You should commission Chris to do maps.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, if you guys watched our last stream on the channel yesterday, you got to see Chris in action in real time, and that was really cool. And you also got to see me taking on the role of Chris for Knights of the Tabletop normally. Chris is usually our troll in the chat for that show, and I was his troll in the chat yesterday, so that was a lot of fun. But he does amazing work, and it's really cool. Incarnate is an amazing program, and Chris is a whiz with it. So, yeah, if you need a map for your world, then Chris is the guy to talk to. Anyone else?
5 more subscribers for the drunk stream.
Yes.
And we just had a conversation about doing it at level 20 characters. Whether that happens or not, I don't know, but hopefully that's a thing. So 5 more subscribers, so please spread the word, because I really want to do it. I think it'd be amazing.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So, yeah, you can actually see on the screen, we are at 70 out of 75. We need 5 more before the end of the year. When that happens, we will do a level 20 drunk D&D stream. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, that shenanigans. Tons and tons of shenanigans. Other than that, if you will notice, we also have updated our info panels with the Extra Life campaign button down there. So if you are in a position to donate and are feeling generous this holiday season, or at any time, really, but during the holidays, especially, people tend to gift subs and send gifts to people who don't really need it, honestly. Send it to somebody who does. So click that Extra Life button, donate, and save a life.
Any amount helps. It doesn't have to be a big sum. Any amount.
Yeah. Queen Barrett says, Amber, hi, I'm not home, so I can't hear anything but hi. All right. I think that is all of the announcements for right now.
All right. So, without further ado,
Here we go.
let's plunge ourselves into this snowy tundra of a world. So, after days of traveling through the snowy peaks of the Divide, the party is coming to the end of the snowy torture. Though the terrain has been harsh and most of their energy is spent, they push onward in this first paid expanse that they've endeavored in a while. They are escorting a prisoner of war home to Calderbecker Hold after she has been tortured by the Ragdoller side for weeks. The agreement was trading this woman in return for soldiers the Calderbecker side had captured. An escort mission is lacking in what a mercenary guild is used to. But with the hard times you've fallen on, with recent events and recent tragedies, money is money at this point. You know this woman is named Tofa, but that is the extent of your knowledge. You've no idea what this woman has been through or why she is valuable to one side or the other. You don't ask questions, you just take the money. But now, you're going across the final stretch of snowy mountains in the divide. The end is in sight. Foliage and forest, clear as day down the slope. And you just can't help but miss the days of killing things. Just being mercenaries. Just doing what the guild was meant for. So, give me a vague traveling order as you're proceeding down the slope.
Or vague traveling order?
Yes.
Well, I am in the back, and I'm walking with a spear in hand, just kind of surveying the area around me. With my keen mind, I always know where north is, and I keep checking behind us to see if we're being followed, or for the scent of new creatures and the nearby wolf packs to see how far away they might be. That's where I am.
Alright.
Nodge will take point. He's kind of just striding with his great axe over his shoulder, just kind of keeping a watch out for anything, making sure there's nothing trying to sneak up on us.
Okay.
Yeah, Torstein is, he's in the middle, kind of walking lazily, quarterstaff, and not really paying attention, except to the flask.
I'll say Signe is probably somewhere in the front, kind of walking very relaxed and kind of out of it. Maybe she's daydreaming, maybe she's not. Can't really tell. So that's her at the front.
Okay. Chris, you want to tell me how to pronounce your character's name?
Brynjar.
Okay, Brynjar, do you want to give me a perception check with advantage?
Okay. Oh, we're taking that one. Okay. That's going to be a 17.
Alright, so Brynjar is the first to notice, with his keen mind and his connections to the wild, that there is something upset as you are going down this final slope. And it's almost like there's something what?
There's something upset, like a thing? A thing?
No, there's
upset.
something like you have the sense of like something is not right, something's off. And it comes almost as like a turn in your stomach at first. And you just you know something is coming, something's wrong. And with your keen mind and your woven connections, you can hear just a rupture from behind you above the what's that called? A mountain.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe those are called mountains.
You can hear something rustling, disturbed, coming from the mountain that you are traversing down. You are the only one who can hear it at its beginning stages.
So something's rustling, like a rumbling. Is this an avalanche? Are we coming down an avalanche?
Do you want to give me a nature check?
Jesus. Okay. 16.
Yeah, you know that this is probably an avalanche!
Okay.
TPK, first 5 minutes, it's fine.
Shortest stream ever.
Yeah. That's our show, everyone. Anyway.
Yeah, so I'm going to take off my horn, and I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna blow into it. And, like, it's the warning call that something terrible is happening right now. And if I get everyone's attention, I'm just gonna, like... I'm running down the hill now, looking for any type of, like, rock outcropping that could protect us. And I'm yelling, "It's an avalanche. we need to get cover now.
I need everyone else to make perception checks.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Let me know if you get a crit, by the way.
Okay.
Perception.
17 for me.
21.
Okay. Daydreaming my ass.
Perception. I got an 18.
Alright, so y'all bitches hear the horn.
We hear the horn. That's good.
You hear the horn of war. As you turn to, like, respond to that horn that you have become accustomed to being a part of this guild. It's a unique sound. The bass of the horn is very, very deep, but very strong. And as you turn to acknowledge, you see Brynjar just start booking it. And you can see, now that you're facing back towards the mountain, I love how I'm, like, gesturing. Like, the snow is beginning to pile, form, fall, and race down the mountain and masses towards you all.
Oh,
What
fun.
do you do?
Well, quick question. The cart that we are near, is it horse-drawn?
No.
Oh, fun. So how is it, like, who, do we have a person wheeling it?
You actually have the prisoner pushing the cart.
Okay, I misunderstood. Okay. So we got a lady pushing a cart.
Yes, you do.
Wow, we are assholes. Alright.
I am going to snatch whoever this lady is and find a lean-to or an outcropping or something to kind of shelter us. Because I'm assuming she's pretty high-value target here, so I'm just going to grab her and find the nearest refuge we can find.
She's pretty tiny, so you scoop her up with no problem. She is she's gagged and blindfolded, so she's kind of been just like pulling this car, going off of the noises and like the directive of you guys. And she is pretty beat up, so like picking her up is like picking up like a pillow or a blanket. You just scoop her up and move to find some undercover.
Yeah. Attempting to just find an outcropping or some rocks or something to hide behind. Yeah.
Okay.
Completely disregarding the cart, honestly.
Yeah, I think Signy's gonna just follow the leader and probably Brynjar gonna follow Brynjar and just kind of steal his little spot there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as you all kind of duck behind, little chiseled out pieces in the mountain, I need everyone to make me a dexterity check. Just straight up dex
Just
check.
check.
Yep.
Oh, no bueno. Dex check. Oh, it's an 11 for me.
Okay.
That would be it.
What did you say, Amber?
18.
18, 11, Chris?
10.
JJ?
9?
Oh, man. This not good.
Okay. The only one of you that have to make a survival check is JJ.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
These are my favorite rolls.
Survival, huh?
Yes.
Not in my forte. Not in the wheelhouse for old Nahaj. It's actually not too bad. 17.
Okay, so as the snow comes plummeting down the mountain, stronger than any waterfall you've ever, just whooshing over you, almost as if it were waves, just kind of curling and being all majestic, but it's not. It's fucking snow, and it could fucking bury you alive. All of you survive it. Well, except for Nosh.
What?
Takes a good old smack to just the face, though. as he's kind of like peering around trying to get an idea of like if it's clear or not. And this big old bundle of snow comically smacks him in the face, is plastered to just the outline of his face, and then slowly drips off. Ironically, with like a cutout of the eyes and the mouth, and just goes flop on the ground.
It should be noted that as soon as that happens, Torstein is on the ground, rolling, laughing.
He would be.
Yeah, he would.
Shrunk.
Oh my
So
God.
Nahaj just stands there kind of majestic. He doesn't even wipe it off. He's like, I got this.
Alright, well, you don't take any frostbite damage, so you're fine.
Outstanding.
So, as the avalanche begins to settle, the snow packing in on itself, you kind of wait it out to make sure it's settled. And I need at least one person to make a nature check.
I will make a nature check. Oh, shit.
That's always a good sound.
Yeah, it's an 11.
Oh no, that's fine. So, Brynjar, being the now leader of the group, and having quite a bit of nature background, is the first one to kind of emerge from the hiding place, the safety, the shelter from the avalanche, and announce that he's confident that the snow has settled enough for the party to move out and continue on down the mountain.
I am confident we'll not lose you idiots in the snow now. We can move forward.
No, it's not idiot.
Why did you have to die? And I mutter that and I keep walking.
So the prisoner he's kind of like looking around, but not blindfolded.
Oh.
And very confused. And just waits to kind of be lifted up again. She doesn't know where the fuck she suddenly went.
I'll help her up.
And she kind of gives like a nod, thank you.
And like when I do, I'll just peel up the blindfold. And be like, you just survived an avalanche, honey.
And you see these like big blue eyes like try to adjust to the light. She just looks so confused.
Blank it out. Blink it out.
Blink, 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 blink.
All right. You want something to drink?
Nod.
I'll give her a sip of the flask.
Uh,
It's not good.
She kind of
swill.
like. She kind of like. You take a drink. She's like.
Yeah. Yeah. It's terrible. I imagine it's like a porter that has a too high alcohol content, so like you think you're gonna get like the coffee chocolate flavor, but you just get alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Like it smells good, but it tastes terrible. Like that.
Oh yeah. So it's like an immediate like.
Good, right? Man, put the blindfold back down.
Alright. So, you all begin to trek down the mountain, knowing that the point that you are on the map right now leaves you with about, another day's worth of travel. You know you're getting to the end of the main part of this expedition. You're getting very close to receiving the rest of the sum of money. And this is where we get into some backstory. So, you all were known as the Grey Strider Guild. Once known for your prowess and formidable presence on the battlefield, This escort mission felt a little out of character for just about all of you. Recently, the guild had fallen on bad luck. The beloved founder and leader, Torand the Grim, had died not a year ago of a disease that plagued the civil war zone between Ragdollar and Calderbeckerhold. Brynjar had been the blood brother of Torand, and a great friend, give or take, to everyone in the guild. And Brynjar, as you watched as your brother had rapidly become ill, suddenly succumbing to this disease that rot his insides out, you watched the leadership fall on his destitute widow, Esty of the Buterhold's Hill people. She had been the beloved cleric, and showed affection to everyone in the guild, treating you all as her brothers, like her husband had, healed you, fed you, and kept you all a little sane. Even on occasion when Brynjar would disappear for a while, she would wait up with food for him for when he came back. She was a good member of the guild. Esty had been Signy's older sister, and it wasn't too long before Esty joined her husband in death. Leaving the guild was something that she couldn't deal with, and eventually succumbed to grief with a broken heart. And funerals soon followed, hopefully sending the two to Valhalla. Leadership then reluctantly fell on Torrand's brother. Someone had to step up, someone had to do something, someone had to fill the shoes, and bear the heavy cloak that the great barbarian had left. You all knew that this was appropriate to expect it to be Torrand's younger brother. And Brynjar, you reluctantly stepped up to the plate, having to mask any of your own grief that you had in order to be kind of a leader, which is something that you weren't used to being.
Mm-hmm.
Known as the Wild Wolf that entered battle beside your barbaric brother, sung about in song, you thought yourself a map keeper, tracker, and you were not interested in the weight of the guild on your shoulder. You hadn't minded when Esty had taken over originally, but her untimely death, you were forced from your solitude, and eyes were on you to lead the guild to some form of livelihood. Esty's little sister, Signy, was left in the world with no one around her that was family for like the first time in her life. You had followed Esty when she decided to elope with this barbaric man from God knows where. You didn't understand what she saw in this man. You thought it was quite strange that your sister decided to run off with someone of his type when there were plenty of perfectly good people for you to be with in the hill tribes. You didn't want to waste your skills, and eventually, following your sister to the guild, you kind of took up the role of a huntress in the guild, making quick work of prey and helping your sister prepare food and other things that she had needed. Until your sister died. Conflicted, you're old enough to make the decision whether or not to stay or go, but something has kept you here, whether it be just the memory of your sister or feeling it's been too long to go back. You're still here with the Grey Striders, trying to make a home out of it, trying to fill a hole that perhaps your sister left, or just trying to bury the memory. Torstein was a lucky encounter, as Toran would have said. Despite a rough start to his story, residing in the slums of the Divide, somewhere that no one really wants to be, looked down on criminals as the worthless drunk. Toran found Torstein and invited him to the guild, being a man of the belief that all people deserved family. And in a sense, the guild became. Having a support group, alcohol wasn't a constant crutch anymore. And despite managing to defy odds and survive raids, being various levels of intoxicated, you felt you didn't need it as often as you once did. Until Toran died. Leaning on your drink more than recent years, the guild gave up a while back on helping with this relapse of sorts. And instead, they now make sure if you pass out, you aren't laying on your back and you're not choking on your vomit. Naj Anik. Cricket Arm was a much easier name to pronounce among everyone, despite it bringing up memories for you that were better off left alone. Banished from your home in the mountains long ago, you never thought that you'd find a family again, until you also met Torrent. In anger, which was nothing you were familiar with, one day or another you got in a fight in a tavern, and that man that you met in the brawl defeated you after entering a unique rage that you did not expect. You respected this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There goes Hannah.
Watch out.
You're going to have to repeat all that, Hannah. You froze, and then it went blah, 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 blah.
What's the last word you heard?
Rage.
Okay, that's not too far back. Defeated you. Am I still good?
You're good.
Yes.
After entering a unique rage that you did not experience yourself. Yes. And he respected you. And when he offered you a position in the guild, you accepted relatively quickly. That man had been Torrent. He gave you this guild, gave you this purpose, and now with Torrent gone, you as well as the rest of the guild have been struggling, questioning, staying or going, or whatever goes on in your head, John Cena.
Do-do-do.
The mission given to you was described as a trade mission. But when you arrived to collect your upfront payment and the cargo, you came to find that you were trading or escorting a woman. Officials, ragdollar prisoners of war. You all reluctantly accepted this roughly bound, white-haired woman. No one had made time to try to talk to her, really, or ask her questions. Perhaps due to her mouth being gagged and her eyes blindfolded. Perhaps just out of frustration that you didn't want to feel like a babysitter. Eventually, you made it to the crossing from Ragdollar to No Man, the Divide. And as usual, you stayed at the halfway house owned by a widow, Pacifica. Leaving your exhausted horses there to rest, you continue to cross the island with no laws, the old home to some of you, taking turns carrying the prisoner over your shoulders, hold the hand. You began across the mountains, and after surviving an avalanche, you decided to set up camp. You short, and you estimate all of this part.
Yeah.
You're cutting in and out.
Yep.
So now,
Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Better?
Yeah, like last 15 seconds. Try that again.
Last 15 seconds. Okay.
You said set up camp, and then after
Yeah.
that. You all know the travel across the divide to the meeting point is short, and you estimate only a day left of this part of the travel.
Okay.
So now, we get to do a fan favorite, because we support Sandbox here.
This doesn't involve castration, does it?
No.
It might.
I mean...
We stand one sandbox.
As you come to the forest line, the sun has dipped beneath the horizon. And you all know, having been through the divide quite a few times, you don't fuck with the forests at night here. There's no laws. I mean, are you trying to get jumped? Are you trying to lose the rest of your money? Are you trying to have someone destroy your cargo? No. You want money. You've been out of luck for a while. So, logic says you're going to set up camp. Whether or not you all want to, the leader has some logic. Camp needs to happen. So,
Camp is happening.
Yeah.
And we're
George-
camping.
That's fine. I'll take first watch so I can get nice and fucked up and then sleep real good.
before you jump in on watch, we actually do camp a very special way with stuff. So, I need you guys to divide up 3 jobs to successfully set up camp.
Okay.
So, I'm going to tell you your options, and then y'all are going to pick.
Alright.
First
there's
option.
no picking.
Or the boss is just going to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
He's the leader.
Yes. So, first option, building campfire. Second option, wrangling and setting up the tent. Third option, hunting for food.
Okay.
How shall we divide this?
I'm telling Torstein he's gonna go make a latrine.
That sounds I gotta piss anyway. Sounds good.
He's gonna do a latrine. Signy will hunt. And Naj will set up the tent. I will cast bonfire and create a fire.
Nice.
All right. So, you have your fire. Luckily you have someone that can cheat the element. You don't ask questions. You
Nope.
just hope no one is around to witchcraft at you. And thankfully, there's no one fucking except for you guys. So.
I do it anyway. Witchcraft!
For the record, Naj is over there. He's got 10 pieces everywhere. He's trying to get parts to fit, and there's just
Now-
everything's just everywhere.
Now,
I
who
actually
says-
have
who says
rolled.
I cast bonfire and make a big show of it. I go over there with my flint and my steel, and I fake it. Do you
Okay.
want me to write a deception check? I'll
Do
do a
you-
deception.
Make one, sure.
I mean, we've seen this before. Like we know about it, right? I would assume.
I don't know.
Having been
A
together this
9.
long.
A 9.
Yeah, we know about it.
Yeah, you guys have, he's only been the leader for a little while. Esty just died recently. But you all have kind of caught on to a couple of Brynjar's tricks here and there.
Can't out me when we get to town, Torsten.
No, I'm like clapping on the shoulder, like a too nice parent. Like, no, buddy, you did a real good job lighting that fire with no magic whatsoever. That was great. and then laughing and going off to dig my latrine.
Good.
I fall asleep in the latrine.
So, Nash, I need you to make a survival roll to set up the tents.
That's a 9.
Okay, so your big old Jotun hand can't get the things to work, so you kind of just take them and you crush them together. You crush the pipe and you like bend them together and you like manipulate the steel and kind of get two oddly shaped tents out of it. Now, your tents have never looked like this before. But, I mean, maybe they're new. Who knows?
Model. It's a new model.
I go up to Brynjar and I say, "Now set up tent, sort of." Now let's go take leak.
I will go fix the tent.
You want to fix the
I will go a survival check.
Yes, survival check.
Okay. That's better. That's a 12.
You manage to set the tents up as correctly as you can now that the material has been damaged. But it is close enough. We've seen better. We've seen worse.
It almost looks like the picture on the box.
Almost.
A couple extra pieces. Where do these fucking go?
Yeah,
Nobody knows.
It'll never be the same again.
Worst year ever.
God, so emo.
Yeah.
So
emo, it hurts.
Alright. So, Signy, you were assigned with hunting. So, you have a choice here. You can either give me a survival or a nature roll. Track the prey.
I think I'm gonna roll with survival.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the faces people make when they roll bad.
That's 11.
Okay, so you managed to find a squirrel.
Okay.
Squirrel's good.
He's kind of just chilling. You see this, well, it's almost like you're a dog, and you see the squirrel. And the squirrel's just kind of like sitting there on his little haunches. Just like minding his own business, flicking his tail, and then your eyes meet. And you see the squirrel start getting down on all fours and making that annoying squirrel clicking noise.
Oh boy.
And your eyes meet. Are you going to attack the squirrel?
I think I am. Yes.
Okay,
I'm gonna
attack the squirrel!
Get it! Get that squirrel!
The squirrel's like,
I
I can't even make the clicking noise. It's like, yeah, it's annoying.
Who's doing that?
That's me.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's an 18.
Oh, nice.
What are you attacking with?
My bow.
Okay, so your arrow flies with precision, and it strikes the squirrel, and it strikes it so hard that the squirrel gets a little air, and then it like falls in a heap a couple feet away with its tail sticking straight up.
That's
and it's
squirrel
like
noise.
it's twitching a little bit, like it's
Fantastic.
twitching. It's twitching a little bit, like.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, so Signy's just gonna jog over to the squirrel, and if it's still alive, she's gonna break its neck. So
Okay, well,
okay. And then she's gonna can she salvage the arrow again?
make a I'm gonna have you make a we'll just do a survival check for that.
That's a 7.
You damage quite a bit of the meat, taking your arrow back, and you kind of know, looking at this squirrel, there's not a fucking enough to feed everybody.
Then we will keep hunting, yes.
Alright, I need another survival or nature check.
Okay.
Hope she finds a deer or something.
I'm waiting for a crit. I want to debut this little thing.
That was a 7.
Okay. So, all that you see is this squirrel's family sitting in a tree, looking down at you, and they look like they're crying.
Squirrel tears.
And you hear them whimpering. And you see an adult squirrel and then a couple baby squirrels.
Okay.
One shot, one kill.
Is there a way that Signy can line up her arrow so she gets all of the squirrels?
Yeah, just move your position.
Okay, she does that.
Squirrel kebab.
Yeah.
Ooh, good roll. That was a 16.
Okay, it goes. You got Mama Squirrel and 3 babies, all in one shot, and they fall out of the tree like. All their tails going twitching.
Oh wow.
I hope they're dead by the time she gets there, because if not, she's gonna crack some neck.
No, they're dead. They're dead. It's just the nervous system having its time.
Okay. How am I looking now on food?
If you don't pull out the arrow, you look like you could provide not the best dinner ever, especially not after eating Pacific cooking recently. But,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna starve.
Okay. 3 times the charm. One more time.
Alright.
Let's give it a shot. Woo! I got 19.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So, as you're inspecting these, trying to figure out why they were so animated, you see a doe in the distance, grazing on some berries and some leaves, eating away at it, munching, crunching. She doesn't seem to notice you. She's far enough away.
Okay.
She's not looking in your direction, but you see her.
Okay, can I stealth a little closer?
Yes.
Okay. Got a roll for that?
Yes.
Okay. $19.
Oh, she doesn't notice you. You get right in that sweet spot of range.
The
Alright.
sweet spot of
So
the
now we're gonna roll to hit her.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So you take your bow and you line it up and fire at the deer. And the arrow flies and strikes the deer in the rib cage area. And as the arrow strikes the deer, she just kind of falls in a heap. And then blood. In the snow.
Okay, so Signy's just gonna trot over, check if it's still alive. Is it still alive?
No.
Okay. So she's gonna put the squirrels on her baggage so she has free hands, and she's going to lug this doe back to camp.
All right. Favorite child. So Signy returns with a plethora of meat to present it to the rest of the people at camp.
I have squirrel skewers and I have a doe.
Naj wants squirrel.
We'll cook them
And
first,
the squirrel,
Naj.
the family of squirrels on that one arrow over to.
We must clean them and cook them, Naj.
Naj like rare squirrel.
Thorstein stumbles up from the latrine. I'm a good cook. You guys know that. I'm real good.
You stink of piss and
But
regret.
blame the fucking monster over there. He peed on my head. It's not very nice. Not nice. Is there a river nearby?
Yeah, actually, there is a little river nearby. It's a creek,
good.
more like.
Yeah. I will cook the food as soon as I don't smell like big guy piss. Hold on. I'm trying to kind of trundle over and just dunk, like, full body, clothes and all.
Oh my
dunk
goodness.
into the stream. Just like
Right.
just a dunk and then up. And then I'm like, I'm good.
Well, I'll tell you guys he still stinks because urine is not an easy smell.
Yeah.
He still reeks, but you saw him get in the water.
He's
So,
clean.
yeah.
Mm.
Clean.
I use my druid craft, and I have, like, little things of blossom, just, like, in a type of, like, good-smelling mold. Go under his pits and, like, in the unclean parts of his body and the crotch area.
Oh, that's nice.
So he smells pleasant to be around.
That's good. Usually you have to pay extra for that. It's good. So, where's that food?
Save tail for Naj.
You got it, big guy.
Okay, so you take the food and you're gonna attempt to cook it.
Yeah. Boy, what's this roll gonna be?
No, for brevity's sake, I'm gonna say go well.
Do what?
For brevity's sake, I'm gonna say you cook the food.
Okay.
Yes.
Darn.
So, unless you want to roll for
No,
it,
it's
in
fine.
which
That's fine.
case.
That's fine. We'll keep moving.
So, and you're all able to dine, and eat the roadkill food that you have kind of gathered for yourselves thanks to Signy. Do you choose to feed the prisoner?
Yeah, I will. We've already established a rapport.
Okay.
I'll bring it over.
Okay. Still blindfolded
Yeah.
and gagged.
Hey, it's me again. You hungry?
She nods.
Alright. I'm gonna take this off. Don't make loud noises, please. I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Do you want more drink?
No, thank you.
Your loss. And so I'll start like feeding her little bits of meat.
Okay, so she eats it, definitely. Kind of cringes at first
Because I smell terrible.
Yeah, you smell terrible. Makes her want to gag.
Yep.
The food also doesn't suit her palate.
I get that response a lot.
And after she takes a couple bites, she gives you a nod and thanks you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna put this back on now. All right.
Nods.
Yeah, put it back on.
All right.
The rest of you could see him like kind of stand up, look down, shakes his head, like kind of in disgust, like, and then just takes a big swig of the flask and just moves over to the far edge of the campsite.
I'm gonna walk over to him slowly, with the butt of my spear tipping the ground really hard so he knows that I'm coming.
Yeah. As you approach, you're just kind of like, want a drink?
No.
Alright.
Trying to fuck the prisoner again?
No. That was one time, maybe two. Alright, three. 3 times.
I mean, she's pretty.
Well, just blindfolded and gagged, I can't tell. To cover up most of her face. I have no idea. No. I just... This doesn't feel right.
What about it doesn't feel right to you?
It doesn't feel like us, man. This isn't what we do.
Well, you're
what
drinking.
The Grey Striders do. Yeah, the Grey Striders drink. That is what we do.
Grey Striders also keep their mead.
We don't fucking trade slaves.
She's not a slave. She's a prisoner.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You tell yourself that.
Naj just sitting on a tree eating squirrel ribs.
Yeah. Just little tiny.
With his massive Jotun hand.
Yeah.
So, how far away were you two when you were...
Still within, like, the radius of the campfire. But, yeah, not super close. Probably maybe 20, 25 feet.
Yep.
Okay. So, as you were discussing that, the prisoner had actually turned her head in the direction of the conversation. She's not ear gagged.
Right.
Yep. And she seemed to have been doing her best to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And partway through ended up looking back in some other direction.
Did I notice her turn and try to eavesdrop on that conversation?
I'll say yeah. You're like sitting eating squirrel, like, sure.
Then I take 2 squirrel tails and I cut them off and I walk over to the prisoner and I jab them in her ears.
And she just immediately goes, ah! She has no idea what the fuck is happening.
Neither do we.
I mutter under my breath and I go, if it's not Torsten, it's Nosh trying to fuck the prisoner. And I walk over.
This is his mating ritual. It's the beginning of it.
And I just go, Naj, what are you doing, you big oaf?
She eavesdropping on conversation.
Eavesdropping.
And she can't do anything about it.
Now she no here. Squirrel tail in here.
Take them out of her ear, Torsten. Nah, you're not Torsten. You're North. You're Naj. I interchange both of you because you're both sloppy.
I'm
Naj
not
sloppy.
Sloppy. Not sloppy.
Shut up.
All right.
Okay. I pull the squirrel ears. I pull the squirrel tails out of her ear. And I get down super close. I'm just like, my companion thinks we're no better than slavers transporting you. What do you think?
Well, she doesn't respond. With a gag over her mouth.
I take the gag out.
Thorstein is listening very closely.
So she kind of clears her. Well, this isn't a slave transaction. I'm not a slave.
So what do you want out of this outcome?
I'm going home. I'm not from Ragdollar. I'm from Calderbecker. I was a spy in a civil war.
Good. Now say that again for Torstein over there.
I fucking heard it.
We're not slavers, Torstein.
Yeah.
Go back into your piss bed.
I'll sleep here on this rock. We've become very
I go-
close, this rock and I.
I go shamble into the earth.
It's a good one.
So, do you leave the mouth gag off?
Yes, I do.
Oh boy.
Okay.
She's a caster, ain't she?
Wait. I suppose I would have noticed this.
I don't know. What's your intelligence?
It's a +0.
Well, perception is wisdom. Perception is wisdom. Do that.
That's
Yeah,
a plus. That's a +1.
roll perception for me.
Oh, sweet Jesus. 12?
So, you notice that something about her is different, but you can't catch on exactly what it is. Because with all of the ropes and things and blindfold and fucking squirrel tails and
I get my squirrel tails back, by the way.
Oh yeah. I keep those.
You decide to keep an eye on her because you have a strange feeling.
So I kind of sit down, like, I guess, uncomfortably close to her, and just kind of.
Oh my goodness.
She has a blindfold on, so she can't see you.
She can hear you breathing on her.
No, it's just a mouth breather.
The song doesn't say anything about you can't hear me.
So, with Maja's watchful eye, she doesn't seem to do anything. She just continues to sit there. And with this watchful eye, you can see she's very battered and lots of scarring. Some that's looks much older than some of the other ones. And even in the rough rope binding, you can tell that, she was just a relatively small woman. She doesn't seem like she could have harmed anyone. You guys weren't told anything about why she was a prisoner and why she was getting traded back. And it was just assumed that she was spy. So, you enjoy dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Or you enjoy having and get to decide who is going to take what watch shift. First watch and second watch.
Mm.
Brynjar, You want to take first watch with me? I'll stop
Keep me out of
drinking.
trouble.
I'll stop drinking.
Good. First watch it is.
Here, I hand you my flask.
I look at it, and I hold it in my hand, and then I turn it over upside down and go, and you won't drink for the remainder of this trip either.
It's empty.
God damn it. I have a way of promising things.
I said I wouldn't drink anymore tonight. I won't do it. I just want to say I'm sorry. Sorry, you're the leader. I was out of line. I understand that.
Signy and Naj, take the second watch. Get some rest.
Naj, go night-night.
Hold on, I gotta sing him this song. Hold on. Sing a soft lullaby for about 2.5 minutes until you hear Naj snore. Alright, I'm back.
Yeah.
Alright. First watch. So. Both of you give me perception checks.
Perception. +0. Oh boy. That's an 8.
Natural 1.
Oh! Oh man, that sucks. I don't have the natural 1 emote up yet. Fuck.
Okay, well, you all are you're sitting there, and you're actually more focused on
I'll
almost
do it anyway. Why not? I just want to see it. Just once.
the two of you are almost more focused. The seeming tension between the two of you.
We probably bicker the whole time.
Please bicker, I want to hear it.
Getting more and more irritated with him and his obnoxious smell. I'm like,
I moved down the stump. What do you want from me?
I want you to not be like you. I want you to...
Can't be anybody else. I've tried. It doesn't work. You gotta be you, man. Gotta be you.
That's why we don't get paid, is because we get thrown out of towns for your stench.
When's the last time we were thrown out of town for my stench? For the fighting, yes, maybe. A couple weeks ago. For the public drunkenness, yeah, maybe, a day ago. For the urination, who knows how many times. But for the stench, that was like one time. It was like once. Maybe twice. Alright, 3 times.
You argue like a sick old hag on her last breath.
Tough but fair.
Yeah, so that's what's happening.
Yeah, just more. It's a cycle.
So, a lot has changed since Toran died, but it's all right. We all cope with things differently.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, just one thing. Like, while this is all happening, like during the conversation, Thorstein will pull out another flask and begin to uncork it, and then like look at it and go, and look back at Brynjar and kind of smile, wink, and put it back.
Oh my goodness.
That's all.
Oh my goodness. So actually,
I use Druidcraft, and I focus in. I focus in that thing, and I have just mold all in it.
Oh my goodness.
That's going to be fun tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I get the feeling it won't stop you from drinking it.
It won't.
As the bickering ensues, the white-haired prisoner, who is ungagged, clears her throat and talks over the two of you. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I think we have a problem.
And then the comment I made about your mother, I apologize.
Excuse
for that.
me?
I did say. Hold on.
I look over in their direction.
Yeah.
And she
What?
just like does an exaggerated like whole body nod in the direction like behind you guys.
Turn back.
And
Anything?
as you turn around, there are two large, red-eyed wolves
Oh boy.
beginning to close in on your encampment that the two of you went without noticing.
Friends of yours?
No.
Oh. Alright then. Oh, well, that was gonna happen sooner or later. Heavily set down the staff and take up a stance.
And these two wolves are abnormally large.
Great.
Mhm.
Signy's not awake, but Brynjar would know that these are referred to as dire wolves.
Oh, I am very familiar with them.
Coming out of the forest, just looking for anything and everything to eat.
Fun.
Unable to be reasoned with.
All right.
Cool.
I take a bonus action since we're not in initiative yet, right?
Yes.
I take a bonus action, and my body just begins to explode out of my clothes, and like large puffs of black hair just erupt in my face, becomes a maw, and I become a black dire wolf with a white stripe just going down my back.
Nice.
Like my hair is raised, and I just howl like the loudest howl I possibly can. And I just like it's my fuck off howl.
Are you trying to intimidate these wolves?
Possibly. I am a dire wolf as well. Let's
Go-
go with a yes.
Why not?
You can go ahead, roll intimidation. I'll give you advantage.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, this, like, kind of slightly overweight monk is standing right next to him with a staff.
Okay.
That's terrifying, right?
You get to roll critical success there.
Yay! I'm so excited.
21.
Yeah. It's the new little animation
Oh
that I
my
made.
goodness.
Woo! Yay! Eventually there'll be a sound effect that goes with it, but for now,
So,
just the animation.
critical success.
Boy.
As you let out this wailing howl that in direwolf is translated to "fuck off, you motherfucker."
Mhm.
Your mom's a bitch, but no, really she is. Basically.
Yeah. Technically, they all are.
Yeah, so that's what it translates to.
Mhm.
You can see the two dire wolves, like, their fur begins to lax, and they begin to recoil. They don't recognize you as their alpha, but they begin to recoil, and one of them, the tail, like, drops immediately, and, like, it completely, like, back steps into
Okay.
the
That's the
other
one
one.
That's the one I'm gonna race at and try and kill. Because it showed weakness.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
I'll give you a bonus attack. Go for it.
Oh, yes. Okay. Gotta pull up my wolf. Gotta pull up my wolf. My
I'm
dire wolf.
assuming Naj and Signy heard this howl, right?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Get the fuck up.
While this is happening, like I see him go for the one, can I throw a dart at the other?
Yeah, you can have a free attack too.
Sweet.
Okay.
Is that just a straight attack, or is that with advantage?
I'll give you advantage.
Yeah.
It's a one shot.
That Pat Rothfuss bullshit.
That's a 15 to hit.
15 to hit? Well, guess what? You hit it.
Great. And I'm gonna roll 2d6. Okay. So 13 points of damage. for my bite, and it needs to do a strength saving throw and beat a 13 or be knocked prone.
Oh boy, a strength saving throw. Well, it rolled a 5.
Okay, so it's prone.
So it's
I'm
prone.
like I am hitting it on the neck. I'm just like pawing at and biting.
You go in for that classic large canine bite the neck and shake.
Death shake.
Yes.
Yep.
So, you're just tormenting. Like it is yielding to you ground. Like
Yep.
it is trying to show you that it does not want to fight. That it does not want this. So.
All right. If that's the case, I'll release.
Okay, so as you release, it gets up and runs away, going.
Great.
So yeah, that is one less direwolf. There is still the one that Torstein threw a dart at.
Yep, 17 to hit.
That hits.
7 points of damage.
I can't
Right in the
do
haunch.
math. Okay, so the dart flies, pricks it in the haunch, gets stuck there. And it's mad and
Fuck, now I forget
whatnot.
it.
And
I need that.
It does like a little like hind leg jump of discomfort. It doesn't seem that it took any mass damage.
Oh.
Yep. So I need everyone at this time now to roll initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, God, mercy.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
12 for me.
Okay.
Amber, you're muted. I think. Uh-oh.
Amber. I no hear you. Say word.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go.
Now we can.
Okay. 12.
Okay. I always forget how to spell JJ's character's name. Okay. So, first in the turn order is Torstein. I'm going to tell you, Wolf is... It's within range of just about all of you. It's
Like
within...
melee range?
Yeah, it's within 30 feet of you.
Okay. Yeah, then I will, and it doesn't look like it's cowering like the other one did. Like, it looks like it's ready to rumble.
It did back steps. You don't know Wolf.
Yeah.
So, it didn't run off.
Well, plus it
But
has my dart, so
Yeah.
I need that back.
It did recoil, though.
I'm not spending money on more darts. I need that for boost. So I'm gonna hit it with a quarterstaff.
Alright,
Pop,
go
pop.
for it.
Oh. Alright, that is a 22 to hit.
Hit.
7 points of damage again.
Okay.
And I think I can also do an unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
So that. Punch it right in the snoot. Give it the hardest snoot boop ever. Another dirty 20, damn.
Alright, yeah, that hit.
And that does 2 points of damage. That's all it does. There's no roll for it, it just says 2 on my character sheet. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm very drunkenly growling at it. Arrgh.
Next in the turn order is Brynjar.
Okay, I'm rushing the wolf, and I'm going to do another attack.
Okay.
Okay, but that's going to be a 7.
Yeah, that does not hit. So this wolf manages to do, like, as you're charging at it, it manages to do, like, a quick, like, anime slide
Mm-hmm.
and dodge your attack. Okay, so next is Naj.
So Naj gets out of his tent with his great axe and his teddy bear, Mr. Pimpernickel. He drops the teddy bear in two hands with his great axe, and question is, do I know which wolf is the bad guy?
Oh, that's a good question.
You know, I'm gonna refer to Brynjar here. So I know that Brynjar tended to wander from the group when Torand was alive. So, and I know that he's got that thing about wild shaping. So, would he have taken the form of a dire before in front of the group?
I mean,
No.
would I recognize that white stripe you've had? I mean, do you have white stripe in human form?
I have a white stripe on the cloak that I wear, so you would
So
recognize that, yes.
Okay, so I would assume I would recognize that as
Yes.
Brynjar. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Right.
So there's your answer.
Let's go. Action. So two-handed battle axe twice. That is a 26.
Hit.
And that is a 24.
Hit.
All right, now I got to find a D10 here.
That 26 wasn't a crit?
It was not.
Wow.
Yeah, go figure. So first hit is 7 plus a D4. 9.
Okay.
Second one is 10 plus, so 12. So 21 total.
Okay. So you do some massive damage striking it with this great axe. The wolf is still standing, but this significant amount of damage, you can start to see the blood dripping through the matted. So you know you're doing some damage on motherfucker.
As an interaction, can I get Tortenstein's dart? Tornstein?
Yeah.
There's no N.
Yes.
In the middle.
Give me.
You
Yeah,
don't know my name.
Just
Torstein.
give me a dex.
A dex?
Straight up dex.
Come on.
18.
Yes, you managed to swipe it and
All right.
pass it back off.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yes.
Thanks.
Signy, it is your turn.
Okay, so Signy is going to grab her bow, and she's gonna kind of step out of the tent, still kind of a little bit concealed by it, and she's gonna hunter mark the wolf, the dire wolf.
Okay.
So that's done. And then she's just gonna fire an arrow at the
Okay.
wolf.
Go for it.
That's a 6.
So your arrow, you're a little caught off guard seeing two dire wolves. So in that momentary distraction, because we all know our that arrow just it goes a little too far
Okay.
and kind of like disappears into the woods.
Okay.
So
I think I have extra attack, so I'm gonna use that.
good.
I'm gonna try again. I got a 3.
As you're going and like lining the arrow, by the time you like go to pick up your arrow, not thinking to just immediately grab one from your quiver again, the wolf is like completely changed position, and you're just all like, the fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she's still half asleep, and yeah, we'll just go with that. Yeah.
So, as this is all happening, Thorstein, you hear a voice in your head
Oh boy.
as Tofa casts message.
Mhm.
And all you hear is, "Have someone untie me and I'll help." And that's where we're going to cut for the break.
Yeah. All right. Very cool.
Yes.
All right,
So,
guys. I'm digging it so far.
we should be good with a 15-minute break with how the time is going. We should be. Yes.
All
right. We are going on break, bitches. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Yeah, don't go away. Come back for the second half.
Yes.
All right. Turning off our mics now. And we are live once again. Yay! Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the same show that was going on before the break.
Same shit that was happening 15 minutes ago.
Yep. Nothing has changed.
Where we left off, Torstein received a message from a spellcaster of sorts in a familiar voice, asking him to untie her so she could help.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where we cut.
That's my turn, correct?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay. So, Thorstein is a drunk, and he is not the brightest of individuals, but he knows who's in charge. And although he might not agree with who's in charge, the man who came before was respected enough to kind of have that carry over. So, yeah, he's not going to do that. He's not going to free the prisoner without express permission. He'll poke and prod, but he's not going to directly do something to jeopardize the safety of the guild. So I will look over at Brynjar, who I'm gonna do a little bit of supposing here that I have seen this form before.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say where, but I've seen it in the bedroom. So.
Wow.
Sorry. Sorry. Was that out loud? So I will just yell out, or what would I know, just from seeing the form, like whether he can understand me, can he respond, like, would I know that?
Yeah, you would know that.
Okay. What is the answer? Hobart doesn't know that. I would assume you can understand,
Anna.
but you can't respond.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
What?
No, now you can hear me. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can talk in it. I can talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the wild shape, like, I can still speak.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'll just, Brynjar, prisoner, wants me to free her so she can help. What do you think?
No.
Alright, and I'm gonna hit a wolf again.
Alright.
Yeah, not gonna disobey a direct order. That will be with the staff again. That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Hit.
Good. And that's gonna be another 7 points of damage. Wow.
Alright. Are you gonna do an unarmed strike?
Yeah, sure, why not? How's it looking? How's this wolf looking?
Well, as I had said before the break, you can finally start to see, like, the blood seeping through the matted fur.
Yeah, so it's looking pretty rough.
I mean,
not
rough
to put
enough that you could
find a phrase on it. But,
yeah.
All right.
Seen better days, like
Yeah.
15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay, that is going to be with the unarmed strike. That's going to be a 15 to hit.
Hit.
All right, where's my D4? Where'd it go? Oh no, unarmed strike just does 2 damage. Yeah, just does 2.
Okay.
It's weird that I don't roll for that.
I roll for it with fee. Maybe it has to do with the
Type of monk?
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh. Anyway.
I'm not the monk pro.
I'm definitely not either.
So.
Regardless. Another 9 points of damage. That is a sexy dance.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Alright. Brynjard, it's your turn.
I bite that wolf.
Alright, bite the wolf. Bite the wolf.
I roll a 9. I rolled a 9. I'm not biting the wolf.
Yeah, you're not biting the wolf. Sorry.
He's hungry like the wolf.
Mm-hmm. Nah, it's just your turn.
All right. Swinging that with the great axe. First one is a 10.
Nope.
Second one is a 24.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta find my D10. I lost my D10.
Oh, we all sing songs to our dice.
I sleep with my dice.
I mean, if you don't,
I can't believe I just said that.
Weird.
So that's 9 plus a D4. 11.
Okay. This is where we have to do math. Alright. So, Signy, it's your turn.
Alright, so she's gonna completely emerge from the tent, and she's going to collect herself and grab her another arrow. Minus another 2, that was awful. And she's gonna try and hit this wolf.
Alright.
8.
No.
Alright, extra attack.
Those dice are not doing well for you. I feel bad.
Wow. 9.
No. Where's all of these dice?
Okay.
Man.
Well, yeah, that's the end of her turn. I'm gonna use the barbarian dice now, because the green's not...
Yeah, please.
Okay.
So, it is the wolf's turn. And with that, the wolf is going to use a unique ability. So this wolf, in desperation, lets out its own howl. And as it does, this wafting gust of cold hammers against all of you.
Okay.
Stretching across the campsite. That's the word. Campsite. And I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
As a Jotun, don't I have resistance to cold?
I really want to say not for that. But, okay.
Jotuns don't.
I'll roll. What was
Jotuns
it? Constitution?
Dexterity saving throw.
I got a 12. Which is real sad.
8.
Oh, 6.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Not a good time. Okay. Well, everyone's taking damage.
Oh, fun. Yay.
How
My
much damage am I taking?
Torstein,
Yep.
you take 9 points of damage.
All right. Delicious.
Brynjar, Naj, and Signy all take each 18 points of damage.
God damn.
As the cold hammers against your body, chilling you to the core.
You to the
The drunk is fine because he's naturally heated by his
drink. Grandpa's cough medicine.
Probably the acid that you deal with.
The what?
The acid reflux you deal with.
Yeah, totally. They've got an internal forge.
Yes.
Fine.
So, that brings us back to Torstein.
That was not nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to put this thing out of its misery.
Okay.
With another quarterstaff strike. And that's gonna be a 15 to hit.
Hit.
Right. 6 points of damage.
Still standing.
Damn. Alright, I'm gonna try to finish this thing off. I'm gonna spend a key point. I'm gonna do Flurry of Blows.
Thank God.
Alright, so I'm spending a key point. And so, Flurry of Blows. I've never done this before. This is amazing. Flurry of Blows, there it is. To make 2 unarmed strikes. So I get to make, instead of the single unarmed strike, I get to make 2? Or do I get to make 3?
You're doing Flurry of Blows as your bonus action.
Okay, so instead of taking a second attack as a bonus action,
you get to take
2 attacks. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's not going to hit. That is an 8. I don't think it's going to do it. Oh, that's that is a 23. So, another 2 damage.
Still standing.
God damn it.
Brynjar, it is your turn.
I'm gonna bite it again.
Okay.
Okay, a 20 to hit.
Natural?
Hit.
Not a natural, a dirty 20. A dirty 20. Just like my mom, a dirty 20.
Okay, what's my damage?
You're looking at 12 points of piercing damage and a strength saving throw.
Well, it doesn't fucking need to make it, because how do you
fails.
do this?
Okay. I start eating the wolf in front of everyone.
Yes. Yes.
Fitting. I applaud you.
Just eating it.
So you rip open the wolf's neck, rip out its throat, and then just start digging into its insides, kind of like bending over a little to get your snout deep into the chest, ripping out the chest, mutilating the rib cage, and you all just see blood and guts, and there is going to be no pelt to salvage after this. So, he rips into it. So, you are left standing, watching your leader rip into this wolf and eat it.
I mean, anybody still hungry?
I growl at him.
Oh. Fine. I'll walk back over to the campfire and look for more deer.
Notch have squirrel rib.
Oh, you willing to share, big guy? I got some drink. Alright. I'll take it out of his giant mitt.
Alright.
Hand you the flask.
So, it's time for our second watch.
Oh, before that, I, covered in my blood and still in wolf form, I walk over to the prisoner.
Okay.
And I growl and I go, You have no business asking to be released because we have you tied up for a reason.
Ask if you'd like any more.
So the prisoner like lifts her head in your general direction, and she's got her mouth very blank, and responds, "Do you even know why I'm tied up?"
Would it matter?
If you're going to pass judgment on me, I suppose it does.
Go ahead and tell me.
High and mighty. Would you like to make an insight check?
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
Okay, so what you do know is she had been sent to Ragdollarhold as a spy. You know that they had placed her in the house of the Jarl.
Yeah.
And in a gory twist of events, she somehow ended up being one of the few household members that were not murdered. You do not know the details of what exactly happened. However, you do know that she had just been automatically arrested along with a few other people, and assumptions had just been made. No one knows for sure what exactly happened. But you do know no one bothered to ask her. So, that is what you know.
Okay. Well, in front of her, I take back my human form, and I put I'm assuming it's like a rag back in her mouth.
Yeah.
And then I go, I'm not cruel, but I'm also not stupid either. I'm not leaving you out here unattended. And I grab her, like, by the back of the neck, and I drag her into the yurt. And then I take my time. Like, I go to sleep.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
Second watch. Woo!
I'm surprised no one's teasing the leader back about trying to sleep with the prisoner.
I'm already passed out.
I'm trying to figure out what a yurt is.
It's a tent.
Okay.
Wait, but you know, but he doesn't. Oh, God. Oh, no.
That's really funny.
Okay, so my people on second watch, perception check.
So, Naj is just sitting there with like a squirrel claw, picking his teeth with his mouth wide open, just staring blankly at the fire like...
Okay, Signy, she's gonna be walking around the campsite, picking up all the arrows that miss the target every time. And she's gonna be laughing incredulously to herself, not paying attention, not being very perceptive. She rolled a 3. She got a 3.
Ah! Alright. What did Naj roll?
What am I rolling? Perception check?
Yes.
I missed that. Hold on one sec.
You're fine.
I thought he was RPing the roll, but no, he just
Me
forgot.
too. Me too.
Oh, that's a 3.
Okay, so you both roll 3.
Oh, yeah.
An avalanche and dire wolves happen.
So straight up, what happened is Tofa notices that these people are being idiots from the tent, And while Brynjar is sleeping, she messages him in his sleep and is like, your people aren't even paying attention. And keeps sending him messages narrating affecting his dreams and his sleep thoughts about his party being fucking idiots.
Alright, I have an app for this.
Did you make it?
No, I get up and I I just take a piece of like that's in the tent and I slide it from my hand, saying an incantation, and it becomes a thorn whip, like, and just things are growing out of it and just spraying out. And then I let it hit with a crack of like thorns going about the floor of the yurt. And I just look at her, I go, you are a caster like me. What actually happened?
With what? To me?
The death of those people.
I wasn't there.
Insight.
Go for it.
That's a 19.
You have no reason not to believe her.
And yet, you're able to just... I'm going to put you back outside in the cold if you don't stop.
Well, if you put me outside in the cold, I guess I'll do a better job.
Snap.
Well, so be it then. And then I take her to the tent flap, and then I just push her over with my foot. And she's outside. And I go back to sleep. I emo nap.
Shand, she sends you a message in your head, and she says, I could do this all night.
She sends it to me again?
Yep.
Okay. I come back out.
I love poking the bear.
And I'm obviously pissed off at this point. She's still talking to me in my head. And I say, I see. That's how it's going to be. Now, this contract of transporting her, did it say she had to come
That she had to come what?
whole? Like,
yes.
Non-dismembered?
Yes.
There
was a specific reason for that, but you
What's
don't bother
the reason?
to ask. Well,
I didn't bother to ask? Okay.
Do you think you read the contract thoroughly?
No. So here's what I would think. I'm gonna say I know how to heal bodies so that you'll be there in one piece. And I want to do an arcane check to see if I know what kind of like somatic or verbal or material things she needs to be cast. Well, message is a cantrip. So, but it doesn't need any components or verbal or anything. Because I'm feeling of like tying her tongue, like, or like putting, like, taking a nail or something and putting it through her tongue with a rope tied to it and tying it to a tree, and then the next morning, like, casting cure wounds on her.
I mean, you could just put the gag back in her mouth.
But she's casting message. She's doing something.
What she needs. Well, Are you gonna make the arcane check?
I'm gonna make the arcane check.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 17.
You know that with what she's casting, that somewhere on her person there's a short piece of copper wire.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be very petty here, and I'm gonna investigate and rummage through her bodies, and I am not going to be like nice. Like I am like ripping things off, searching for it. Investigation, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. That's a 9. So I don't find this copper wire.
Actually, what happens, because she gets sick of getting roughed around, she hands it to you.
Great. Okay. I'm gonna change into a brown bear from my final wild shape, which is perfect because it takes a short rest. And then I'm gonna pick her up, like from her waist with my mouth. I'm gonna drag her into the yurt, and then as a brown bear until the wild shape comes off, I'm gonna fall asleep on top of her.
Oh, good God.
Okay. Do you fall asleep on top of her being conscious not to squash her?
Do I say that again?
Do you fall asleep on top of her, making sure you are in a position going to crush her?
Well,
Okay.
no, I don't want to crush her. Yeah,
that's what she's
I'm not
asking.
crushing her.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she's not gonna
Okay.
die.
Alright, just making sure. So it's like that weird thing where like when King Kong abducted the girl and like...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, she actually just kind of like looks at the ceiling of the tent and... Alright. This is happening. And accepts it because obviously worse has happened to her.
Yeah.
So, y'all get the benefits of a long rest.
Yay!
You get to sleep.
Perfect. I
Yes.
get them all back. Back.
Yep, so kind,
get
so
them
nice.
all back.
Y'all wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get up, I have really bad acid reflux right now. As you all wake up, you begin to break down your your campsite. And as you're breaking down your campsite, you see now the damage that was done these tents when you let Naj try to set them up.
Naj is literally breaking them down.
And you all see, for some reason, the prisoner is like all tattered, and like all her clothes are all messed up, and it just looks like it was not a fun time, or
Oh, you cut out.
Not a fun time.
it was not a fun time, or if you have a dirty mind, maybe it was.
No. Knowing Brainyar, no, it wasn't.
So, once you break down your campsite, you know that today is the last stretch of traveling, and you're going to be able to hand over this prisoner, and you have no idea what's going to happen to her, but you know you're just going to be done with her. So, any party banter before we move?
Other than telling fucking Naj to stop banging poles together, I will murder you.
Naj takes like 10 poles and just Just starts jamming it in bags.
Yeah, and Thorstein just vomits on him. Like, just hangover, headache, like worst feeling, just bleh. Yeah.
Then I grab Thorstein by the scruff of his neck, and I kind of wipe the vomit off with the back of his shirt.
Thanks, buddy.
And then I kind of and just drop him off to the side.
God. Alright. I hate you. I hope you die.
All right.
That's it.
So, sadly, this is, one of the many mornings that you awaken by a war breakfast, as you once were when Esty was alive. And you're not greeted by that joyful, deep bellowing singing of Torand the Grim in the morning when he would be braiding his beard and primping, and you had never seen a barbarian primp the way that he had. But he did, because he took pride in his very long, luscious beard. It's been almost a year now, and you don't wake up to those things anymore. And with Esty not around half the time, you don't even eat breakfast anymore. So...
I think Thorstein would be kind of humming to himself some of those tunes, just very quietly.
Hurts my heart. So, a lot of things have changed. But even now, you're very close to the end of your first job since Esty died. And even then, when Esty was in charge, the jobs were clean because she was grieving. So really, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So, you decide to set out knowing that you're close to your goal, close to the end, and the end justifies the means. And as you're going through the forest, I need everyone to give me perception checks, please.
Alright.
Perception.
Oh,
Perception check. Perception check. It's a natural 20.
Woo! Hit the button.
20.
I hit the button.
I need 20.
Look at
I
that.
need
That's so
20.
pretty. I really need to add the sound effect.
Okay,
I'm
so
the sound effect.
we have a natural 20.
Yeah.
Let me see. Torstein, what did you get?
He's already drunk. I got a 3.
Okay. JJ, what did you get?
I have a natural 8.
Okay. Signy, what did you get?
11.
Okay.
11.
So,
Could have had a good spread.
11.
Cover the whole spectrum.
Yeah. At least no crit fails.
Ain't no crit fails.
okay, so our natural 20, as you're going, you can sense being out here in your zone in the wild, and you can see with your eyes. Legolas, what do your elf... I'm not even gonna go there.
Something
see-
fucky.
You see... big... This entire session has been half a meme. It's fine.
Yeah.
You see big old ugly footprints in the snow. And they seem to be very akin to what you know nausea is like. Except for
Yodin.
God,
They're Yodins.
And as you notice these feet, you can also see on the horizon the other half of the Umlag River, which you know to be your meeting point for the trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, still a ways away. You can see the glimmer. Can't see the edge or anything, but you are. And as you fixate for a moment on the
Okay. Like, what the fuck is that sound? Oh.
That was my dog. I'm like, what the?
Oh, goodness.
It's telling to stop barking.
Why are you barking? What's wrong with you? All right, that was Brynjar's hair getting up like tall on his back.
Okay.
Oh, maybe the raccoon's back in the yard. I think that's why she's up.
So you do sense that something is nearby. Something big and smelly and probably made those tracks.
Yeah, there's a Jotun. Niraj. There's a Jotun about.
Yeah, right here.
No. Bigger, uglier version of you.
Uglier. I don't see how that's possible.
And as you say that, you just hear a massive from the woods. As coming out of the woods comes this big, ugly, blue frost giant with its giant great club.
Yeah.
You
And it
were right.
screams.
You were right. It is uglier.
And it looks down at you all and it says, "Me want breakfast."
Oh, I speak giant. Is it speaking giant?
No, it actually says it in common.
Oh, that's weird.
You also think it's weird that a fucking giant is chilling in the woods.
Well, and the fact that it was polite enough to tell us what it wanted. That's weird. All of this is weird.
You all my breakfast!
Does this seem fucking... Does it seem fucking to anybody else?
And it goes to, like, raise its great club and tries to bring it down on top of the group. I need every dex saving throws.
Alright. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That's a 13 for Torstein.
Okay.
Torstein. There's really not a set pronunciation. It's either Stein or Steen, whichever you prefer.
I would like to use this as a bonus action to wild shape into a
To wild
That
shape
can
it into a what?
into a squirrel and climb up a tree.
Go for it!
Okay. Can I have advantage on my reflex save then?
Why not? Sure.
Well, what's this
Okay,
for doing the
that's
Pat
good.
Rothfuss bullshit? Would this count as a missile? Kidding.
Okay. Oh, that's a 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go up a tree.
What did everyone else?
Oh, 13 for me.
Okay.
12 for me.
Okay.
8 in total, but I rolled a nat 1.
Okay. So, I'll tell you guys, Tofa rolled a 17.
Okay.
She's fine. She does a drop and roll. Signy, on the other hand, I'm gonna have to hit ya.
Yep.
You get smacked! I'm sorry. Don't worry, he rolled a nat 1.
Oh, really?
So as he's going, he drops his great club, just it fumbles out of his hand and stubs his toe. And he lifts his foot and starts hopping, and he's just like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, Sadie is also screaming because she almost got crushed.
And, it takes him a moment, but eventually pick up the club. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Boy.
Oh,
I'm gonna change.
Man, I was rolling so good before the break. Now, not so much.
Alright.
It's gonna be a 5.
A 5?
Yeah, 5.
Sad times.
It is.
Okay, so Torstein has a 5. Brynjar, what do you have?
I have a 3.
Okay. Naj, what do you have?
Squirrel in a tree.
a 7.
Oh my god.
Okay, Signy, what do you have?
13.
Alright.
It's terrible. Terrible initiative.
It's because I'm the DM.
Because you're DMing, we roll terribly?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the curse. It's the curse.
Historically, I roll pretty low as a player. It's a small sample size, but
We've seen that with Sturgis.
yeah, Sturgis is trash.
I'm sorry, Sturgis.
Oh, I love him, but he can't roll for shit.
Okay.
However, it is
Sorry.
a lot of fun to roll this beautiful Goliath Kraken dice.
Alright,
Not
so
sponsored. But we could be.
since he stubbed his toe, he is now bleeding profusely from his toe.
Oh, I've been there.
Me too. So yes, top of the round, Signy, is your turn.
Okay, well, she's gonna hunter market. Okay. Hopefully it helps her.
Okay.
We're gonna try hitting this bad boy. Come on.
Hit him. Hit up, Signy.
At least one. 18.
Yes, that hit.
I like that number.
Okay, damn it.
Damage.
That's 11 points of damage.
11.
And
All
then
right.
we're going to use extra attack.
Okay.
That is an 8.
An 8? Yeah, no, that does not hit my friend.
Yeah. So, end her turn.
Sad. Nyaj, it is your turn.
How much taller than this thing is me? Because I'm about 7'5". Is this thing make me
It's-
look foolish?
10 foot. He's a wild Jotun.
Okay. So I'm going to swing my great axe right in the
Okay.
crotch.
Ooh.
Oh, misroll. That is trash. That is a 13.
That does not hit.
Second attack. Oh my god, that's a 12.
That does not hit.
I'm going to use my action surge.
Already? Wow.
Try this again. That's a nat 1.
Oh my god.
I'm going to be nice and just say it doesn't hit.
That's a nat 20.
Okay,
There we go.
alright.
Alright, so that's 2d10 plus 5.
Or sorry.
9, 15, 20, 24, 27.
I need my calculator. Alright, you hit that bastard.
Nicely
Good
done.
job. You cut into his crotch real good.
Oh my god, I just castrated him?
Yeah. So you seen something unholy about the length of your arm, your forearm, fault. Just
It's not a Hannah game until something is
that wasn't
castrated.
even intentional.
Accidental castration is the worst.
so yeah.
And in Giant, I say to him, "Oh, no, sorry."
And he's just wailing. I'm not.
I can't know what she's saying, but it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, your mic cut out there, so we just saw you flail.
He's just wailing. I'm not even gonna make the wail. Just
Yeah.
okay.
Oh my God.
Squirrel Brynjar, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna bonus action out of wild shape.
Okay.
You're not going to
And
attack
I'm
him as
going-
a squirrel?
No, I am going to cast Moonbeam from my spot in the tree as a third spell.
Okay.
And he's gonna, at the beginning of his turn, he's gonna roll a Constitution save.
Okay.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. So now we're on to Torstein.
All right. About how far away am I from this fella? This frosty boy?
He's right up on you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's dance. Now, if I were to move behind him, would I get flanking?
Sure.
Advantage? Yay! Cool.
Sure.
I'm gonna do that.
Are there any
Do it.
chandeliers?
Yeah. Are there any chandeliers? That Rothfuss bullshit. Right, 15, but let's see if we get the crit. No. So the first hit is with the quarterstaff, and that is a 19 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Gonna be 7 points of damage. This is a popular number tonight.
I can't fucking do math with sevens.
Sorry. Or you just say it was 30.
No, you wish.
I do. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows. And... Nat 1, so good thing I do have advantage. That's a nat 20. Holy shit.
Hey!
Hit that button. Woo! Get that crit.
He got a nat 20 in my face.
So that would... Now here's the thing. With my unarmed strike, it just says 2 damage. I don't roll for it. So do we double that on a nat 20? Or does it just say 2?
No,
I'm asking
double
the
it.
DM. Okay.
Just double it.
So the first one does 4. 4
Okay.
points of damage.
Okay.
And the second... Oh, and I'm going to make this one a stunning strike.
Okay.
Well, I spend the key point to try it. That's 3. That's not good. Oh, another nat 20. Holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
So that's 2 key points. And the stunning strike, he has to make... Where is it? Where is it? Okay, seriously. Stunning strike. So a Constitution saving throw, DC 11. So
Okay.
probably gonna make it.
Yeah,
Oh,
made it.
thank you. Slope gave me the info.
He got a 19.
All right, fine. Well,
Yep.
because I used Flurry of Blows, I gain the benefits of the disengage action, and my walking speed is increased by 10 feet until the end of the current turn. So
Good.
that's fun.
Yes.
But I'm staying right on him.
Alright, so. Tofa, actually, is going to cast a spell. And she casts Cloud of Daggers. So all you see is suddenly the air around this giant fills with just almost like ice-shaped daggers. And they're spinning around the daggers. The daggers are spinning around the fucking giant. Yeah, the daggers are spinning around each other. And they seem to stay there. And since she summoned them there, they actually are gonna hit this motherfucker for 4d4, 11 points of damage.
Nice.
Yes, so Tofa actually did something. She was actually helpful. I can't believe it. And that is her turn. It is now the Ice Giant's turn.
Alright, it's got to do a Constitution save.
Yes, a con save. What's the DC for that?
14.
Okay. He definitely made it with a...
Okay.
3.
So he's going to take half of 3d10 then.
Okay.
So...
Oh, you like my moonbeam?
20. Half of 23.
11.
11.
Great.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Hannah. I can't do math.
Okay, that's what calculators are for.
Yep. He is starting to look a little worse for wear. So.
His wiener's at his feet. That would
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of him is starting to look worse for wear. So he's gonna complete his turn. He is going to take his great club and he's going to try to smash it on the one who just castrated him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
That's the route I'd go.
Yeah, so that is 23 to hit. I know that hits, so
now
barely.
I can't. I would like to use my Sentinel attack. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than me, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature. So I will take a quarterstaff attack against this mofo.
Okay. Naj, the damage that you took with that, though, is 14 points of damage.
I'm actually going to use Stone's Endurance, which is... I can reduce that damage by 1d12 plus 4.
Okay.
That's a 7, so it's reduced by 11 damage. And what did you say the damage was?
14.
So I take 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Sentinel?
Yep, 16 to hit.
16 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That hits.
6 damage.
Okay. Yeah, he looking real rough. All right.
Oh yeah, his speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
If that matters.
No, that matters.
All right.
So, however, that is his turn. So we're back to the top of the round with Signy.
Okay, well, we're just gonna keep firing arrows at this guy till he goes down.
Okay.
So, first attack is not good.
It's a what?
A 6.
Yeah, no, that didn't hit. It cut when she said it.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, that's a 16.
That hits!
Alright, I'm gonna roll damage. That's 11 points of damage.
Hey.
And we have anything else. So I'll end my turn with that.
Okay. Naj.
I'm gonna start hacking away at his ankles with my great axe.
Okay.
First one is, God bless America. 15.
15 just hits.
Oh, nice. Second attack is a 20 something.
Yeah.
Not natural.
Yeah.
So I gotta find my D10 again because I lost it. Where'd it go? Okay. First one is 15 damage.
All right.
And actually, no, I forgot. I forgot about the D4. So that's
Okay.
actually 19 damage.
Okay.
Second one is 13 plus 16. So 16 plus 19 is math.
16 plus 19 is 35.
35.
Jesus.
How do you want to do this?
Holy crap.
So, so on the first swing, as I hack through, hit completely through his left ankle, he just kind of teeters over, and I upswing with my great axe right into his chin, and it just kind of
You
splits
split
it right
his
open.
jaw. It just goes like doors. Just and his head just slumps back, and he falls in a big kerflump. And snow around him kind of like goes like bounces up around him with the big boom. And he lays there unmoving, and you have killed one of your own kind.
I grab the wiener and I go and put it around my neck like a boa.
That's a penis.
Okay.
Is that
What?
is that average? Is that normal?
It depends on who you ask.
I'm not that curious. I'm just a little curious.
Not this tiny.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me or not. So it just drinks long and walks away.
Obviously, we're going to loot the body, too, if there's anything on him.
Slope
Yeah.
says it makes for good stew.
Yeah. Oh my. I am perturbed.
Welcome to the show, Amber.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
Uh,
Tofa just ignores this.
Yeah.
She's got more things on her mind.
mhm.
So, you loot the body. Obviously, he's got his great club. He's got a sack of rocks. Like good chucking size, you know. And he had a dead fox pelt attached to his hip belt thing. His
Also known as the
loin
belt.
claw. Yeah.
Nasty.
It's a Frost Giant fanny pack.
Yep, exactly. There you go. And inside the fox pelt, he was using a bag. And inside this bag is an assortment of crystals.
Okay. I'm gonna look through the crystals.
Okay.
I'm gonna let's see.
Do investigation.
Investigation. Can I use it to detect magic?
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I'm
Do
gonna-
both if you
I'm gonna-
want.
I'm gonna detect magic on these crystals.
Okay.
And my investigation, God, it's a 12.
Okay, so with detect magic, you can sense that they have a magical property, but they seem to be very, like, voided to very empty. So they have the potential to be magical. And as they are now, they just kind of... They give off this radiance for, like... They can be used with magic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you know. You do not recognize them with your druidic training.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna give them to Norge and say, hold these.
Ooh, shiny.
Don't lose them. I mean it.
Naj not lose. Naj not stupid.
I hand him a cookie. Wait.
Naj like candy.
All right, well.
These would also make good stew.
So,
Rock
after
soup.
collecting what you wanted from this giant, he lived out in the wild. There's not much on him. I mean, if you took the rocks, you took the rocks. You took these weird crystals that this frost giant probably had no idea what they were. You know, and you're able to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And as you move on, you come to the break of the forest. And as you come out of the forest, you can see just a couple 100 yards in front of you a simple rowboat. Well, about 2 or 3 simple rowboats, but you can see one very well, with a collection of men waiting. And you know this to be your meeting point.
Mm-hmm.
And before you start walking, Tofa says out loud, I know that if I get greeted with a smile, I'm being welcome home. But if I get greeted with a cold shoulder, the only thing that awaits me is execution.
That
And
sounds like a you problem.
She gives Brynjar a nod, and then she starts walking herself.
I'm gonna watch their faces though.
Yeah.
With my keen, I also have the feat observant,
Okay.
so I see all.
Okay. So, as you
In fact,
approach...
if
go
I
ahead.
can see them speaking, and it's a language I can understand, I can interpret what they're saying by reading their lips.
Is there a range on that?
If I can see a creature's mouth.
As you
So-
walk and you start to be able to make out the...
Yeah.
Useful.
And as you're going, it's not close enough for any to be able to hear anything, but with your feet, you can tell that they're kind of just discussing transportation plan, and you can tell that they're saying that they immediately have to take her back to the capital of the whole. And they're discussing that the thing has already been held to decide her fate. You can see that they are discussing that they are taking the safe way out, and instead of asking her if she shared war plans, they're just assuming she did, and they plan on executing her the next morning.
So I'm walking next to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tell her, well, regardless of a frown or a smile you get, I already know you're going to die.
And she just smiles and looks down.
Why is she smiling? I look at the group. Why is she smiling? I just said she's going to die.
Well, ask her. Why are you smiling?
And Tofa, she keeps her eyes down, and she nods a bit and responds through a surprisingly strong voice. Because at least I'm being treated with the way of my people. I have not been exposed to my own customs for a long time. I was sent on this mission against my will to begin with. It's like a welcome home.
A welcome home is going to be death, though.
I understand that.
So not just like you people send you on mission and you come back and they kill you?
If they think that you shared valuable information, sometimes yes. The only holds that are at war right now are Calderbecker to the north and Ragdollar to the south. It's personal. So they take extreme measures.
How many?
No, she has no idea what you just said.
How many people are waiting?
So you see 3 men that are not like chained up.
Okay.
The other men you see are sitting in a boat, and you're assuming these are the.
Okay. I was very quietly, but I know Brynjar can hear. Are we good with this? I'll follow your lead, but it doesn't seem right.
I am not one to send someone to slaughter. If they were going to kill her now, after trekking all this way, that is seeming waste of our time and just preposterous. Have we already been paid?
You've
Partially.
been paid half of the.
And who is paying us the other half? People when we arrive?
So you are being paid the other half after you get the other prisoners and bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
Calderbecker Hold had nothing to do with the arrangement. Arrangements were strictly with the Ragdollar.
Okay. So these people aren't going to pay me. And we just had to walk this, like, what proof do I need to have that we did the job?
The other prisoners.
The other prisoners.
So this was just an exchange out of character. So regardless of whether we turn this woman over, as long as we show back with the other prisoners, we get paid.
As long as you show up with the other prisoners, and ironically put Tofa where the people that you're giving the prisoners to can't see her, yeah. It's an exchange. They want their people back, they want her gone.
Have they seen us yet?
Yeah, they've seen us.
They can see you coming, but they don't know who you are.
Okay.
And these 3 particular men don't know who Tofa is. They do not know her personally. They're just the messengers, the collectors.
Okay. Signy.
I look at Tova and I say, "You will say nothing."
And she
And I will
nods.
do you a favor. Okay, what were you going to say, Hobart? Mr. Torstein?
Signy, you've been very quiet. What, how do you feel about this?
I'm just following the lead. This seems kind of not good with politics. If she's just going to be executed, I don't know. I don't know if we should send her over there exactly. I don't know. I'm just following.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I have a plan.
All right.
We're going to come up to those men and request for the prisoners, and when they ask for Tova, we'll say that that prisoner died on the trek over and she's buried in the mountains.
Avalanche.
Which, yeah, that would work. I'm assuming they might have seen that.
And Tofa, she kind of looks surprised. She looks at Brynjar and is like, "And what if they ask for proof?"
And
Well,
okay. I pull out like an old necklace that I used to wear, and I'll toss this at their feet, giving them proof of a dead person. This will work.
Tofa just nods and accepts the plan.
Okay. Then we walk up.
And as you walk up, who seems to be the leader? Standing there clad in grizzly bear fur as a mantle and a decorative antler headpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Greets you all with a jutted raised hand. Hail, brothers!
Hail.
Hello.
hey.
Are you the one sent for the exchange?
We have been sent for the exchange. We are here to take those prisoners.
Well, he sidesteps a bit and waves the shackled men who look very malnourished, very beat up, to come out of the boat. But he does not let them cross over to you yet. And he says, "I am of the understanding that this is a trade."
You would understand correctly.
And where is my half?
She is dead. Died. Dysentery on the mountain.
I was promised her alive.
Again. She is dead. But you were planning on killing her anyways. So what's it matter to you at this point?
That is of none of your concern. If she is dead, why am I to believe you?
I pull out a necklace from a pouch and I hold out. So this is what she wore. And it smells of her completely.
You see the faces of the other two tort a little bit at that. The middle one doesn't seem fazed, and he holds out his necklace.
Mhm.
Give me a deception roll at advantage, please.
Sweet.
Come on, face.
Well, I'm glad it was advantage because it was a 4 and a 1. We're at a 5.
Shit.
So this man actually brings this necklace to his nose and takes a long whiff of
Mm-hmm.
and he coughs and looks at you. This does not smell of any woman that I know.
Of course not. You've never known any women.
Holy fuck. Oh my god. And he dies right there.
That was
No.
vicious mockery, was that?
No. So, actually, he passes the necklace between his partners. And those of you standing kind of behind Briar, you can see Tofa move her hands behind her back a little as she casts prestidigitation. And these two men on the side smell the fucking necklace, copying the... And they're like, well, I don't know, boss, this kind of smells flowery. And the other one's like, yeah! And the boss snatches it back, looking really annoyed. And he immediately gets this waif of the flowery odor. And he, like, shakes the necklace a little bit and takes another sniff, and he's just like, women. And pockets the necklace.
Yeah, that's the closest he'll ever get to getting laid ever. Yeah.
I will accept this then. But I will be taking the trinket as proof.
I hit him with the dick.
Are you serious?
He said trinket.
Oh, man.
He looks at you dumbfounded.
No, sorry, you'll have to pardon my Jotun friend here. This is a custom among his people. It means he likes you.
Alright. Whatever.
A dick pic.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called.
Take them! Take the prisoners! Get out of my sight! He's just like losing his shit.
Well, the custom is for you to... Never mind.
And his little cronies, like he's screaming at his cronies, get the boat! Get the boat! And they're like, whoa! Okay, boss! And they're like trying to like move the boat. And he like trips one of them and it's this whole mess. And Tofa very quietly says, I'm surprised it even took a spell to convince them.
They definitely did not seem super bright.
And you watch as they get on their boat and sail back across to the other side. And here you are with Tofa alive.
Yay!
Yeah.
And these prisoners left.
Alright.
And you are able to begin your trek back to meet with your Ragdollar hold informants to turn over the prisoners. What do you craftily do with Tofa so Ragdollar does not find out what you did?
Oh, I say, alright, be on your way. So long.
They give her some provisions and a set of furs and...
Yep.
Alright. So, you
Just could drop her off in the divide.
You're gonna be kind. You can leave her with Pacifica.
That works.
Okay. So you leave her with Pacifica. Actually, Pacifica insists because she needs help around the house.
Especially with
Because
Ozzy.
her son Oswald is screaming and like hanging on her hair. He literally has made a swing out of his mother's hair and is sitting in it and is just swinging. And every time he like goes up and like makes eye contact with his mom, he's like, ha ha! And then swings back. And swings forward, ha ha! Swings back.
Well, I can see how you really feel about me, Jesus Christ.
And Pacifica's just like, she's like, oh yes, I would love some help. She can come stay with me, thank you. And just like standing there completely like okay with her child, like using her as a jungle gym.
Yeah.
And you take these prisoners back to your informants, and you get the other half of your payment. No questions asked. And the Grey Strider Guild officially completes their first job in about 9 months.
Woo! Back on top,
Look at
baby.
us.
Yep. And you guys managed to save about 5 people, really.
Yeah.
And you get to
Yay.
celebrate at the nearest tavern
My favorite.
and begin to start to get back into. And that is where we leave the Grey Strider Guild.
All right.
The end.
Yay!
Or is
Very
it?
nice. No, it's definitely not. We're gonna revisit this at some point. This is fun. Oh,
Yes,
I like this character a lot.
Thank you guys. I'm super happy that I got to DM for all you guys finally. I do want to say I'm super grateful that Amber came on here to play. Like, I'm so happy. I love getting to include my best pals. And yeah, it felt really great being able to do something with my homebrew with you guys. The nervousness disappeared eventually. So, we're good. What was everyone's favorite part?
The penis throwing.
That was pretty great.
Nobody ever threw a penis.
Oh yeah, there was a penis that got thrown.
I swung it, but I didn't throw it.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Anybody in chat wants to give me improvised stats for that, so I can make that.
Oh my goodness!
Did you roll a Constitution save?
Oh my god!
Oh. Anyway, favorite part. I really enjoyed sparring with Chris. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, hot.
1d6 slime damage. Oh, that's disgusting. Slope. Yeah. Slope has been killing it in the chat. It's been a lot of fun. Let's see. Favorite part. I just like playing. Yeah, I liked it all. I like the kind of lower fantasy setting. It's definitely out of my comfort zone. So, dig it.
Awesome, Amber. What was your favorite part?
Surprisingly, I guess I really liked the whole camping scene where we were setting up camp. You know, hunting and putting the fire up and the tents up and stuff. I like that. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, sandboxing's always fun. JJ, favorite part?
The story overall, but more specifically the detail that you had put into it. You know, we had when we set up camp, you kind of gave all the character intros, and you know there was already a whole backstory there. I have a really small imagination, I guess, so it's hard for me to come with stuff up on the spot. So it was interesting to have you all. You know, you had that already done, so that was helpful, at least in my eyes.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed like having an established history kind of to the group. Chris, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was the dick throwing and the wolf fight.
And the wolf fight.
Wolf fight was great.
Awesome.
And Norge beat me to it. I was gonna wild shape into a wolf and pee on Torsten when he was in the ditch.
Yep.
He beat me to it. I was like, he's got enough. There's enough pee play in this game. There's enough.
Oh my goodness. Okay, do you guys want to know the truth? If Tofa actually had anything to do with?
I do want to know the truth.
Oh, but should
if we revisit this,
a later game?
Are you sure? I mean,
it's up to you.
If this has any bearing on a later game, I'd rather wait.
Yeah.
I mean, it could, but I don't know if Tofa is going to be.
All right, yeah, go ahead. Let us know.
So, for sake of if Tofa is not a revisiting character, if we never see her again, except for in our private conversations, Tofa actually had nothing to do with what had happened. And what had happened had been something she had no inkling that it was going to happen. she actually had been sent into Ragdollar Hold as a spy, eventually felt more accepted by Ragdollar Hold and more loved in the customs of Ragdollar Hold, the more harsh Calderbecker Hold, and she ended up basically giving up the spy persona entirely and just pretended to just be a part of the Ragdollar people. So she actually was not guilty at all.
Cool. So we did a good thing.
Yes, you did a
Yay.
good thing. Good job!
Good
Yay!
job, you.
Thank you!
Yes, Hannah, thank you.
There we go.
Thank you!
Yes, excellent job. Thank you so much, Hannah, for
I loved it.
letting us play in your world and letting us broadcast it to the world. This was a ton of fun, and I love playing with you guys every week.
Yep.
So next week, I will not be here, but as far as I know, it'll be a regular episode of the show.
Yep. We also have
be-
an episode of Knights of the Tabletop on this Tuesday.
Yes. That I will be a part of because I won't
Yes.
be part of the... yeah.
And then
Sunday.
December 4th, my birthday,
Girls?
we have the Dice Girls coming on here for Knights of the Tabletop at 7 p.m. EST. So it's going to be like our first like big collab.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Super excited.
that's going to be super awesome. So that's December 4th.
Yep.
Please pop into view and at the very least wish me happy birthday because I celebrate that. So, I always appreciate it. And I appreciate all of our viewers, especially the ones who come all the time. Like, you guys are like, love y'all.
Yes.
But yes, you can catch us this Tuesday for a regular episode of Knights of the Tabletop at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Yeah.
Where we'll be talking about this.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that. We might be the shit about just some of the characters and just talk about them, which is kind of what we want to do because it's a one-shot.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's
all right, and we are over time, so real quick, I want to say thank you again to Amber for being here. This was a ton of fun. We hope to see you more often. Hope you had fun.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here, Amber.
Yes. Once again, final note of the night. If you have not followed the channel, please do so. We are 71 out of 75 followers. Once we hit 75, you guys unlock a level 20 Drunk D&D stream with the cast of Forever DM No More. During that stream, there will be polls taken from the chat about different things that will happen in the game. I will be running it, and it will be a ton of fun and ridiculous. So, yeah, if you have not followed, please do so. And that's it. That's all I got.
Yep.
It was a pleasure, as always, and as always, remember, until next time, keep it friendly.
Bye.
Bye.